sorry. I have to talk to you about this one, man. Oh my God. First of all, while I'm talking, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's tuned because um, she had a lot of work done to her. When I first got this bass, um, the headstock was broken off. It was actually leaning. The whole headstock was leaning off, separated from the back and everything. Um, it took me months to get her to where she is. Right now, what you're looking at is this is a 1973 Series 1 um, Alembic. All right, so let's look at it. I want you to see the work I've done to it from the Hobo Depot. All right, the bass has been underwater. This is another underwater story, y'all. The bass has been underwater in a basement, and all the it's a little dusty. All the all the electronics and stuff was actually rusted. Everything on the bass, although this is brass, all the screws and stuff was rusted off. They were actually rusted, corroded off. The neck was in pretty bad shape. Um, so I had to put another preamp in it. I'm not gonna tell you what preamp it was, or it is. I kept this brass plate on it. I took the other brass plate off. It's sitting in the case, and I made a plastic plate, which actually take the weight off this bass. Because without all the brass on this bass weighs probably maybe 3.5 pounds. I kept the original tuners, so let's look at it. All right. Once again, it has a brand new preamp in it. I'm not gonna tell you what the preamp is because a lot of you may get upset. I still have the original preamp. It's not working correctly, but I need to work on it. So I cleaned all the brass up. Still have the 3 pickups in it. The pickups has been changed. You're like, what you not do? What did you not do to the bass? All right, so these are Kent Armstrongs. This is what they are. What you hearing is Kent Armstrong. And the preamp in there, I'm not gonna tell you. So it's got a 3-way switch on this one, 3-way switch on this one. This one is just a hum canceller. It pretty much don't do anything, but it does. I'll leave it like that. Of course, this doesn't work anymore. The switch is still there, but it doesn't work. All right. You have bass and treble stack. You have a passive tone control. You have the blend. You have volume. You have mids. On the volume, listen, on the volume, you have push-pull. That's active and passive. All right, this doesn't work anymore either. I disconnected that. On the back, I still kept the plate. Now look at the color. The color is chocolate. This is chocolate. The fretboard is the same color as the bass. And of course, again, it's a real Alembic. It is absolutely, absolutely beyond beautiful. The neck, as you can see in the back, was separated from here and here. Even when I got through putting everything back together and painting the bass, it actually broke loose again after all that glue and stuff I had in it, because it's old. The wood is old, so I had to glue it back together again. I didn't paint over it because I didn't know. I was praying that it would actually stay, and it's staying. Whew. The last bass that came in here that was in this kind of shape was Tom Boynton's basses, his 3 basses, and they left out of here playable. And this bass here, I haven't had even a chance to play it yet, y'all. This is actually the first time me making a video of it, and I had it for almost close to half a year now, and I'm still waiting to see if the wood's gonna seat right. The coolest thing I saw that I think I did on the bass is the paint. It's a very expensive paint job on this thing, but the fretboard is the same color as the bass. It's a darker chocolate because the fretboard is dark. So this is a transparent transparent coat over this bass. This bass is absolutely beautiful. It was actually blonde when it came in, but all the wood was separating, so I had to put everything back together. This is an amazing bass. You can look at it. It is just an amazing bass. But you heard some of it at the beginning of the gig. Look, I said gig. There is no gig. You just doing a video. Okay. All right, so I'm doing a video. All right, so let's move this out of the way. All right, so we're going to plug it up. All right, this came with the what is the 12-volt pack? Is that what it is? 12 volts pack or something that you had to plug into it to make it run, not run like work, because it don't run anywhere. All right, so I'm coming through my Phil Jones, my little Phil Jones amp here. This thing is amazing. Now, ask me what I have it set on. I have everything set on. Actually, if it's off, it's 1. All right, so it's basically if it's off, is that. So I just got each one, like the bass is on 1, the mids is on 1, and the trebles on 1. And that's how I pretty much run my amp, because I want to hear the bass, not the amp. And I keep saying that, people like, so what you set your stuff on? I'm like, dude, I just told you. Look, I'll tell you, I'll send you a note by pigeon. So, all right, so the 3-way switches are amazing to me. And the Kent K-E-N-T, Kent Armstrong pickups are just beyond me. All right, so we got the bass on. All right, everything is off. Bass is off, treble is off, mids is off. Now we're gonna go with the rear pickup first, and I want you to hear the switching, how the switching works. Nothing is on. We got the switching all the way to the front. In the middle. Strings are right on the neck. Now, switch all the way to the back. Now, front pickup, switch it all the way to the back. In the middle. Up front. You hear the difference? Now, we're going to put everything in it. We're going to put both pickups on, and we're going to go through the switching so you can hear without the preamp on. Everything to the front. Both switches. Now, front switch in the middle, rear switch all the way to the front. Front switch all the way to the back. You can actually hear what's going on. Now, we're going to keep the front pickup to the back. We're going to take the rear pickup and put it in the middle. Now, we're going to take the rear pickup, take it to the rear, and the front pickup is to the rear also. Okay, now we're going to dial in. No, let's go to passive mode, because passive mode is what you want. So passive. I'm sorry, I was in active mode. So there we have passive mode. Now let's go to that button in the back right here. This is the bass and treble, as you call it. It's on bass now. You hear it clean up? Now let's go through the switching. Rear pickup only. Front pickup. All the way to the front. Now front pickup all the way to the front. The rear pickup in the middle. Rear pickup all the way to the back. Front pickup all the way to the front. I like doing that. Okay. Now front pickup in the middle. Front pickup all the way to the back. Rear pickup in the middle. tonation going on? I said tonation. Do you hear all this stuff going on? It's a lot of stuff going on, man. Y'all be like, yeah, I can kind of hear stuff happening. Look, I do. I mean, as far as tone, this is the tone giant, right? What I got in my hand right here is the tone giant. It's just so much tone that I can get out of this bass. It's almost unbelievable. It's actually almost unbelievable. So we're gonna turn some. Let's turn some mids on. Let's go mid to D10. Let's turn the preamp on first. So we push it down. Preamp is now on. Mid is at D10. Switching. Now we're gonna turn treble to D10. Woo. Now we're gonna turn the mids all the way up. You hear? As I go through the switching, you hear? If you can't get the tone that you want out of this bass right here, you have no tone in your head. All right? You one of those people I called, you only got two tones, high and low. That's crazy, man. All right, so now we're gonna turn the bass to D10 and go through, we're gonna take the mids, turn them back to D10 and go through the bass. Now we got bass at D10, treble at D10. And we're gonna turn and this is the most amazing part. The passive control tone gives it a little more brittleness on the top and a little bit more depth in the bottom. So I got a depth already in the bottom. My God. All right, so now I'm gonna take the treble, and I'm gonna take the treble to like 3/4. treble at 3/4, I can get more brittleness out of the tone control now. Watch. Yeah, watch. Watch. Here go a little bit dark. Watch it brighten up. Lord have mercy. See, you hear it? Watch it. Real. This is all. This is the tone control, the passive tone control knob, wide open. Watch me when I dark it up. You hear it? Now, a lot of you guys, when I tell you what preamp is in this bass, you're going to be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a what? $15,000, $20,000 bass now? With all the paint, custom paint, and bringing it back to life. And he has a what in it? That's right. I'm about to shock y'all. This bass has a tone monster in it. Could I put something else in it? Absolutely. I could have put the original preamp back in it, and I could have keep working on that until I get that back right and put that back in it. But for right now, if I want to play it, I'll put the tone monster in it. Listen, for all you Alembic cats, and I know that you're going to come after me. You're not going to really come after me. You're going to come, oh, I want you to do that to that bass for her. Listen, guys. I want to play the bass. So as long as I'm working on the preamp, I'm going to keep this tone monster preamp in it. It's doing what I wanted to do and what it's supposed to do. Did it make the bass clean up a lot? Absolutely. Is it put more depth in the bass? Yes. More bottom, more mids controls. It's a lot of things happening with this preamp. A lot of you guys look and go like, wow, I can't believe you put that cheap preamp in. Yeah, okay, well, you can say what you want, man, but the preamp does what it's supposed to do and then some. So I am so happy to even have this bass in my hand, because if you saw when it first came in, it was almost, to man, it was impossible. To God, everything is possible. And through God working through me, I can do miracles, you know what I'm saying, with nothing. So I am so appreciative to have this bass in my hand. So I'm going to keep playing it. You know, your comments could be nice, your comments could be crazy. It doesn't matter. What's the greatest thing about it is I brought it back to life. Whether it has a tone monster in it, or all deer in it, or Bartolini in it, or has a original Alembic pickup, Alembic preamp back in it, or if it has a John, whatever, you know, somebody who made up stuff, a made up preamp, whatever it has in it, you know, it works. That's what we want. We need stuff that works. All right, until the original gets put back to where it's supposed to be, you put stuff in there that works. But right now, the way I feel, it's doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm gonna leave it in there. So once again, guys, I want you guys to keep on praying for the Queen and I and the Hobo Depot, that the Hobo Depot remain a watering ground, because one note can save the world. All right, so once again, guys, please share, please like, please share, like, push that button to subscribe. I was standing there thinking, like, why they gonna push the button for? Oh yeah, subscribe. I need you to push the button to subscribe. So once again, guys, thank you for coming by and checking out the videos on my YouTube channel. And once again, tell other folks. I love you guys with all my heart. And I'm gonna put this on mute. And I'm gonna take it out. I'll let you guys look at it one more time, and then the video goes off. Shot a caca! Surprise!